Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the January 2026 OC HMIS user meeting. If you haven't already done so, please enter your name and your full agency's name in the chat box for attendance. This is very important to do because we do use it in our reporting. On the agenda today, we have the HMIS participating agency schedule, the case note policy reminder, HMIS user fee, user training and access roles, HMIS data quality report, project performance report goal 1 overview, project performance report, training and resources, HIC and sheltered pit, Dropbox cleanup, survey, holiday, and then we'll leave time for Q&A and then office hours. Or if you have any questions during the meeting, we've organized questions so that the HMIS help desk receives during the meeting. Our team recommends that you submit questions through the Q&A option. We request that you keep the questions general and related to the topics discussed in the meeting. Agency-specific questions are best supported through our HMIS help desk ticket submission so our team can further investigate and provide assistance. It seems that there was an update to Zoom recently, and when you click the More icon, the Q&A will be in that section. Once you click on the Q&A, it will then appear in your taskbar for the Zoom meeting. The HMIS participating agency schedule is a schedule of all of our reports and tasks throughout the year. So this is important as we get started in a new year. This is a bit of an eye chart, and I understand that. So we will be going over specific items related to the January timeframe. But this gives you an overview of different reports and different tasks that are available throughout the year. And this is an estimated time of when these things will be occurring. For example, for January, we have our HIC and sheltered pit highlighted. So for the month of January, we have our HIC and sheltered pit. We have a training meeting that will be on January 21st at 2 p.m. The night of the count will be on January 26th. We also have our project performance report corrections. Street outreach will be added to your agency's Dropbox this week. If you don't have a Goal 10 spreadsheet in your Dropbox, your agency did not have any exit data during the reporting period of December 1st, 2023 to November 30th, 2025. Please review the PPR webinars for additional information about running and review PPR goals 1 through 10 for your agency's programs.
Happy 2026, everyone. As our HMIS team has concluded the 2025 audit season, we wanted to bring this topic up as a reminder to the whole HMIS community. Please ensure that you review your agency's policy around data sharing of case notes. If your agency does not yet have a policy, we encourage your agency to develop one. Please see the OC-HMIS Policies and Procedures, page 25, under E Client Record Request, and the Client Record Request KB for more details. The HMIS team is developing a case note report to support agencies to pull this data, and we'll share updates once that report is live. Next slide, please. In the coming weeks, agencies will be receiving their 2026 invoices for HMIS user fees. These will be sent by email from the Orange County United Way 211 OC team and will include a list of users for agency admins and finance staff to review. Please note that payment is due 60 days from the date that the invoice is sent. For specifics around HMIS user fees, please see page 16 of the OC HMIS policy and procedures document.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome, new HMIS users. As new HMIS agency admins and HMIS staff are onboarding, our HMIS team wanted to provide an overview of the required training and access role functionalities. User training and access roles. Please review the following training requirements for each level. For HMIS users and read-only access, it's to view data only. The HMIS Part 1 covers the HMIS history, privacy and security, basic HUD functions, and HMIS best practices. HMIS users is to view and enter data. So it covers the HMIS privacy and security, plus it covers the functionality of HMIS. Agency administrators. The agency administrator training covers the responsibilities and additional HMIS functionality provided to agency administrators, as well as tips on how to maintain data quality. And then we have the coordinated entry access or bed reservation training that covers best practices and functionality. Because the bed reservation system uses the community queue functionality, this training is required for those who agencies participate in the bed reservation system, even if they don't participate in CES. Table of functionalities access role. Each access role has functionalities listed from the previous access role as you move right to left. For example, the HMIS agency admin will have access to all the functionalities listed for the HMIS agency staff, in addition to specific access role rights for the HMIS agency admin account role. The HMIS system admin role is reserved for the OC HMIS help desk to support the OC HMIS community. HMIS training and active HMIS users accounts. HMIS users are required to keep their account active, and to do so, please add a monthly reminder to log into OC HMIS. If a HMIS user does not log into OC HMIS in over 60 days, their account will be deactivated. At that stage, the HMIS user will need to retake the HMIS training to regain access to the OC HMIS system. The system will send a reminder 2 days prior to the HMIS user surpassing the 60-day threshold. Please ensure that you take timely action to keep your account active. HMIS Data Quality Report. Tables within this report are utilized in other HUD HMIS federal reports, like the APR, CAPR, and CEAPR. These tables include the report validation table and data quality tables highlighting personally identifiable information, universal data elements, income and housing, chronic homelessness, and inactive records. The report also generates a table based on the selected agencies and programs for the report run. Data accuracy. It refers to the degree to which data entered in HMIS reflects the real information of the client served and the services provided. Data timeliness. It refers to the degree to which the data is collected in HMIS and available when is needed. Data timeliness also looks at how much time passes from the moment data is collected from the client until the moment that the data is entered in HMIS. Here we have provided the navigation on how to access the HMIS data quality report and also a picture on the right of what the HMIS data quality report will look like. We will now
Okay.
be presenting, oh, I'm sorry, Diana, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
No worries. We will now be presenting an HMIS data quality report demo. Give me 1 second so I can share my screen. Just to confirm, Diana, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. Today, we're going to walk through how to access and use the HUD data quality report in HMIS. By the end of this demo, you should be able to navigate to the HUD data quality report and run the report, understand what the report is telling you, and identify next steps to improve data quality. So step one is accessing the report section. To get started, you want to log into HMIS using your assigned credentials. Once you're logged in, you want to navigate to the main menu. And then from the list, you're going to select the reports section. From the list of report categories, you want to select the HUD reports. And then step two, selecting the HUD data quality report. So within the HUD reports section, you want to locate the HUD data quality report and then select run. This report is designed to review required HUD data elements and identify missing, incomplete, or invalid responses. Step three is setting report parameters. So next we'll set the report parameters. These settings are very important. You want to make sure that you select the correct program. Choose the appropriate report date range, and this should align with the reporting period that you're reviewing, so such as a specific month, quarter, or grant year. And then confirm that the providing agency is correct if applicable. Once all parameters are set, you want to select Run the Report. So for this example, I'll be using our training agency. Project type, I'll use our permanent supportive housing. The programs will be the COC funded permanent supportive housing. And then our reporting date range that we'll use is December 1st through December 31st. Once you have selected all the information, you would go ahead and select Submit. For the purposes of this training, I have already ran the report. So the report will look like this when it populates. Just to inform you, once you select Submit, it will pop up a notification to let you know that your report is ready. You go ahead and select it and it will populate. So now understanding the report sections. After the report generates, you'll see several sections. Let's talk about what you're looking at. Each table shows HUD required data elements such as client demographics, income and benefits, disability status, project entry and exit information, and the report highlights missing data, client doesn't know or client prefers not to answer, and data that does not meet the HUD standards. These percentages help identify where data quality needs improvement. And for further example, we're going to look at question 2, specifically under the personally identifiable information. Under this section, you'll see a count of clients that should be reviewed for data accuracy. The numbers under each category are interactive. When you select or click the count of clients, a new screen will populate. This screen displays a list of clients. Sorry, I've already pre-populated it. A list of clients along with their unique identifier numbers. Each unique identifier allows you to drill down into each individual client record. For example, we'll go ahead and select James Dean. And it will go ahead and populate the client's profile. To correct any data errors, you would go ahead and select the unique identifier number, and this will open the client's profile. You're able to review the personally identifiable information, correct any missing, incomplete, or inaccurate data, or update the fields that were flagged in the report. After saving your changes, it's recommended that you rerun the HUD data quality report to review the reflected changes and to catch any remaining potential errors. Using the report for data quality improvement. This report is not just for compliance, but it's also a tool. You can use it to identify specific data elements that need correction, follow up with staff or incomplete client records, support internal monitoring and data cleanup efforts, and prepare for monitoring audits or HUD reporting deadlines. For best practices and reminders, a few important reminders is to run the HUD data quality report regularly, not just at reporting season, address errors as early as possible, and ensure client records are up to date in real time whenever information changes. If you are unsure how to correct an issue, please reach out to your agency administrator. And if needed, they can also escalate any questions to the HMIS help desk. This concludes our overview of accessing and using the HUD data quality report. This report plays a key role in ensuring our HMIS community data is accurate, complete, and HUD compliant. Thank you for your time, and please feel free to ask any questions or request any additional support.
All right, thank you, Michaela. Let me go ahead and share my screen again.
Good morning, everyone. They'll begin by going over the project performance report's Goal 1. Goal 1 is focused on prioritizing clients experiencing literal homelessness. This means that 100% of clients in projects dedicated to serving clients experiencing homelessness come from literal homeless situations. To ensure that the continuum of care's limited resources are focused on those with greatest need. The following project types are applicable to Goal 1. These are street outreach, emergency shelter, transitional housing, rapid rehousing, permanent supportive housing, and other permanent housing. Agencies should strive to reach a 100% target for all these Goal 1 project types. Next slide, please. Goal 1 utilizes Universal Data Element 3.917 prior living situation to determine whether clients enter project from a literal homeless situation. This data is collected on the entry screen for all adults and head of household and is meant to identify the type of living situation and length of stay prior to project start. Literal homeless situations are defined as place not meant for habitation, emergency shelter, safe haven, and transitional housing for homeless persons, including homeless youth. Next slide, please. Neutral entries, on the other hand, are defined as clients entering from non-homeless situations who are fleeing domestic violence, clients who are chronically homeless and entering from non-homeless situations, clients entering from an institutional setting where their length of stay was less than 90 days and the client was homeless prior to entering the institution, and clients entering from a non-homeless situation where their length of stay was less than 7 nights and the client was homeless prior to entering the non-homeless situation. In addition, for permanent supportive housing and other permanent housing projects, the following subsidy types are also considered neutral entries if the client transitioned within the past 14 days. These are permanent supportive housing, rapid rehousing or equivalent subsidy, and other permanent housing dedicated for formerly homeless persons. Next slide, please. HMIS users can run dedicated project performance report reports to obtain granular information about specific goals based on project type. These reports can be found by navigating to Reports, then Data Analysis, then Orange County Clarity System Reports, and then Project Performance Reports. For additional information on prior living situation, agency administrators can reference our prior living situation 3.917A and prior living situation 3.917B knowledge base articles. Next slide, please. And now I will go over the Goal 1 demo. Diana, can you confirm if you can see my screen right now? I should be on the training site.
Yes.
Okay, great. So to navigate to the Goal 1 report, the first thing you will do is navigate to the upper right-hand corner and click on the Launchpad icon. From here, you would click on the Reports icon and then wait to be taken to the Reports page. From here, you will switch your tab from Report Library to Data Analysis. And then from here, you will go to Orange County Training System Reports. Please note that on the live site, this simply says Orange County System Reports. You will click on the caret icon to expand this section, and then scroll down until you see Project Performance Reports. I do want to take a moment to highlight that within the training site, we do have the Project Performance Report goals all grouped together, such as goals 1 through 5 and goals 6 through 9. For simplicity's sake, I have already pre-ran the Goal 1 report. Once you click on the Run icon, it'll take you to the report. You can see that there are specific reporting filters, such as for time frame, agency name, and name of project. Since this training site report covers goals 1 through 5, it shows tiles for each one of these goals. However, within the live site, it will show the tile for just that one specific goal. You can note that these tiles are interactive, so users can click around to gain more granular information about a specific action item. In this example, we want to look at the non-homeless situations for clients within the COC-funded permanent supportive housing training project. If we click on the red bar, which indicates non-homeless situations, it'll populate this new pop-up window, which shows us client identifying information or client IDs and enrollment IDs about clients who the system has flagged as having problems within the specific enrollment as having come from non-homeless situations. Since this is interactive, you can go ahead and click on the enrollment ID and look at links to be taken to either the client's Clarity HMIS profile or that specific program enrollment. If we click on the program enrollment link, it'll take us to the client's program enrollment history subtab. From here, we will navigate over to the enrollment subtab, give that just a second to load. And then from here, if we look under prior living situation, we can see that this client's specific type of residence is staying or living in a family member's room, apartment, or house. We do know, however, that this specific response item isn't considered coming from a literal homeless situation. So when examples like this are found, we do ask that staff members work with their teams to update this information on an as-needed basis. I believe that's all for this specific demonstration, Diana, so I'll go ahead and pass it over back to you.
Thank you, Hugo. Let me go ahead and share my screen again.
Speaking of project performance reports, the Emergency Shelter Project Performance Report will be published in the upcoming weeks. Current and past project performance reports can be found on the Orange County HMIS website by navigating to Reports and then Project Performance Reports. Corrections for the Street Outreach Project Performance Report draft data will be uploaded into Dropbox this week. The Project Performance Overview is a helpful document that provides important information regarding the project performance reports, including thresholds for each goal, as well as our publishing schedule.
Good morning, everyone. Our HMS helped us wanted to provide an update that the 2026 HMS Data Standard Manual is now live on the HUD Exchange. It was recently published, so we encourage everyone to review that manual and review the updated data elements and standards. The interactive tool is also available, as well as additional guidance on how the data collection requirements are required for the 2026 standard. And a friendly reminder about community resources that the Office of Care Coordination has a OCCS Academy website. So please, we encourage everyone who participate in CS to review those resources. Next slide, please. As shared at the beginning of our meeting, we will have some training and office hour webinars coming up. The 2026 HIC and Shelter Pit training, where our HMS team will be hosting a training, and just wanted to correct the date. It's going to be January 22nd from 11 to 12:30. We have the Zoom link available on the slide as well as the meeting link that's shared in the chat. We encourage agencies that participate in Hick and Pit to join our training to get an overview and have discussions around the requirements for Hick and Pit. Next slide, please. And we will have office hour early in February. So we encourage agencies once you receive your HIC form and PIT data, please review and participate in our office hours. If you have any additional questions, that's a great time to join us and ask us any questions regarding the review process.
Speaking of Hick and Pit, our team wanted to go over specific items regarding who should participate and what participating agencies can do to prepare. Agencies with any of the following project types, whether or not those projects are in HMIS, will participate in Hick and Shelter Pit. These are emergency shelter, transitional housing, rapid rehousing, permanent support housing, and other permanent housing. Agencies that will participate in Hick and Pit should complete data entry and data cleanup in HMIS, set up new agencies and projects as needed, and close out projects as needed. Next slide, please. To make this more visually interactive for all of our community, we have created this 2026 Hick and Sheltered Pit timeline, and I'll briefly go over each of these items with you. So on December 8th, our team sent out agency setup dashboard reports to all of our partner agencies. On December 19th, we asked that all of our partner agencies confirm setup data. This upcoming January 22nd, our team will be hosting Hick and Pit shelter training at 11 a.m. And then following that, on January 26th, will be the night of the count. On January 28th, we asked the agencies complete data entry into HMIS as well as our other comparable databases. On February 2nd, you can expect our team to send out HIC forms as well as PIT forms. Between February 3rd and February 11th, we ask that agencies review and correct HIT form and PIT data on an as-needed basis. On February 9th, we will also conduct HIT and PIT sheltered office hours at 1 p.m. February 13th, we ask that all agencies submit final HIC forms and PIT reports to our team. Between February 16th and March 13th, our team will review all of these forms and work with our partner agencies on an as-needed basis to correct data. Between March 26th and March 20th, our team will complete HIC updates within HMIS. On March 23rd, our team will import HIC data from HMIS to HDX. And then on March 25th, our team will send final data to agencies for confirmation. We ask that all of our partner agencies confirm their final data to us by March 27th.
Jared, as shared previously, we wanted to encourage agencies to take some action now to support with the HIC and Shelter Pit data review. Your support will help streamline the review. So action items that you can do right now is run the program roster report, complete data entry and data cleanup as needed in HMS, and as well as your comparable database. And a special highlight for agencies that operate PSH or other PH program, please review household housing move-in date for accuracy. That move-in date needs to be entered to notify to count those households as being housed. If the housing move-in date is missing, it's going to reflect that that household is currently still experiencing homelessness. And please run the agency setup dashboard. As shared, we did send over the data in December, but if you didn't get a chance to review that yet, please go ahead and review by running the agency setup dashboard and review your project setup for accuracy and set up any new projects as needed and submit the project closeout forms for any projects that are no longer active. And if there's are any updates to funding source or bid inventory, please also submit those updates to our HMS Help Desk. All these links are available in our meeting link doc that's shared in the chat, so please use our form to notify our team of any changes to your projects. Thank you.
Dropbox cleanup. We are going to be doing a Dropbox cleanup. It's scheduled in January of 2026. Our next Dropbox cleanup will be in June of 2026. Please review your agency's Dropbox folder. Download any files that you will need for your records by Friday, January 16th. The HMIS Help Desk will be removing all Dropbox files on Wednesday, January 21st. Thank you for your cooperation. We have an upcoming holiday. The HMIS team will be out of the office on Monday, January 19th in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We will be back in the office Tuesday, January 20th to assist you.
Our HMS team invites users to complete the HMS user meeting survey. The feedback from the survey is used for topics at our monthly user meeting. We greatly appreciate any topic or ideas that you're interested in reviewing in the upcoming months. And just to note, we receive a suggestion from the December meeting to highlight project performance goals for each meeting. So we really appreciate that input, and that's what we're rolling out is to highlight a goal each meeting. So we encourage you all to send in your ideas, and the survey takes less than 5 minutes, so please feel free to take time to suggest any ideas that you may have. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to the end of our agenda. So if you haven't already done so, please enter your name and your full agency's name in the chat box for attendance. If you have any questions regarding the topics we covered during this user meeting, please go ahead and enter them into the Q&A box. And we'll leave a few minutes for Q&A before we head over to office hours. Office hours will be for general HMIS questions. So if you have any general HMIS questions, please hold them for the office hours.
And I don't see any questions coming into Q&A, so we can go ahead and transition to office hours.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Have a great day. Our next user meeting is February 4th, which is the first Wednesday of the month. So just a reminder that our user meetings are held on the first Wednesday of every month. So the next one will be February 4th. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.